We're back here with more Norwalk Havoc news for all the NHRL fans out there. We're talking about one of the hottest robots in the world today, one of the most highly touted rookies coming into this NHRL July competition coming up. We're going to be talking all about Mechanical Advantage and their 21-fight win streak here on the Combot Collective coming up.
Oh my God! Wow! This is the biggest flame we've ever seen.
Has preserved enough energy to get in the flip on Carbine. We're going to go all the way.
Oh my God! That's going to hurt.
Grab the milk, Kenny.
Welcome to the Combot Collective.
Hello everybody and welcome to another news episode of the Combot Collective here, bringing you everything you want to know in the world of robot combat, from the heavyweight class to the Fleetweight class, from BattleBots to the live circuit. And like I said at the top of the video, we're talking about Norwalk Havoc here as we get closer and closer to July. We approach one of the biggest weekends of robot combat this year. You know, of course, behind the big celebrations of the sport like BattleBots and of course like RoboNerd in the UK, we have a 3-for-1 special come the weekend of July 16th with Medway Rapture, the largest 3-pound competition ever happening in England. And of course, Robotica in Houston and NHRL's July Festival all happening in congruence. Now, we've discussed a lot about the upcoming July Robotica, and we will be discussing much more in the coming weeks as we get closer to that July 16th date in Houston. But of course, big things are also brewing in Norwalk, Connecticut, where heavy hitters like Dread Hades, Yob Nall, the 12-pound champion, and of course, the heaviest of hitters, the 30-pounder depth charge, have all applied so far for the July Norwalk Havoc events coming up here in a couple weeks. But one robot that's making its debut at this competition will probably not be recognized by the casual fan or even by someone who just watches Norwalk Havoc and BattleBots. This is no rookie robot though, none at all. We're talking about Mechanical Advantage here. And Mechanical Advantage is built by Gator Robotics and captained by Brooks Silber. And while this robot may not be the most flashy robot, no special weapon, nothing like that, it really is your run-of-the-mill 4-wheel drive beater bar bot designed just to be a vertical spinner, land big strikes. It has your sleek all black design. It's straightforward, but it does the job, very similar to Bite Force. This is arguably the hottest robot in robot combat right now. It is ranked number 5 overall in the international Beetleweight rankings for the year. And it got this number 5 ranking by showing up to 4 Beetleweight events this year in Florida and going back to back to back to back, winning all 4 of these events with victories over robots like the Big G, Poet, Chloride, and many other of these Floridian powerhouses during its perfect run that it has been on. Overall, Mechanical Advantage has managed 4 titles, 21 wins, 15 of which being knockouts so far in 2022, and it has proven itself to be, one of the hottest machines in the world right now, and has dominated the hexagonal arenas you find all around Florida during this run. It has proven to be a robot to watch coming into NHRL July. But the big question is, will Mechanical Advantage be ready to take this hot streak all the way through to arguably one of the most stacked Beetleweight brackets we're going to be seeing all year this year, anywhere around the world? As said now, Mechanical Advantage puts the hottest streak in the sport on the line as it goes into NHRL July, one of the most stacked Beetleweight brackets anywhere in the world this year, as it's going to be taking on robots like the May champion Crashfest, the April runner-up, friend of the Combot Collective Anthony D'Ambrosio and Blackbird, and NHRL's own number 5 ranked Beetleweight Eruption, among many other machines trying to go for the golden dumpster themselves. Mechanical Advantage also hunts for the opportunity to come back at Norwalk at the end of the year so it can compete in the 2022 December Finals, and all it has to do is place top 4 in the July bracket to make it there. Lynx, a robot that has already qualified for the 2022 finals, is a robot very similar to Mechanical Advantage and is a robot that won the 2021 December finals last year. Other robots that are already in the 3-pound finals that Mechanical Advantage might face if it does punch that ticket are robots like AVGS in Brazil's Wasabi, Scotland's own Saw Loser, who placed second in BuggleBots before, along with placing second in the most recent NHRL event, and the March NHRL winner, Silent Spring, captained by Jameson Go, among numerous other deadly machines that have already qualified or are likely to qualify before the end of the year. This is going to be the ultimate test to challenge Mechanical Advantage's red-hot streak, as it has kept its sample size very small to the same handful of very solid Floridian robots over the past couple of months. But I really do believe this robot is destined to cause quite a stir when it enters these Norwalk Havoc confines, hoping to represent the Sunshine State well. So overall, my thoughts, like I said, I think this robot's going to cause quite a stir. I talked about Saw Loser last month, or a couple months ago now, I guess. And I really thought that robot was going to do well, and it ended up placing second here. I think Mechanical Advantage has all that potential to go second place or even further. It might just go all the way to win, its 5th straight event here. I think it's going to be really hard for Mechanical Advantage to keep, the undefeated streak going. But 21 wins straight, it's not as hot to go 21 wins straight as it would be in a big bot class like the 60-pound, 120-pound heavyweight class. So, it's hard to compare this to like Bite Force's streak or Hazard streak all the way back when, because these fights have all happened so recently, all this happening within the year. But this is a really solid robot. It's in the meta, it's reliable, it lands big hits, This robot might be throwing robots on top of Brett the Brick. It's likely going to cause a bunch of tap outs. I'll be shocked if it goes any shorter than top 8. I really do think that, but I expect Mechanical Advantage to be in the 2022 finals if it performs the way we've seen it so far. But that's going to wrap it up here at the Combot Collective. I just wanted to gush over this robot. This is an exciting storyline entering the 2022 NHRL July event. Of course, this is going to be the big 2-day festival, largest bracket, bunch of weight classes. We're going to be talking more about this event in After the Havoc and other NHRL news videos. I think I want to put out one more talking about some of the other new robots, returning robots coming in before the event does go down. But only time will tell. We're super excited for it here at the Combot Collective, and we hope you are too. If you like what's going on here at the Combot Collective, please give us a like, leave a comment, give us a subscription. We appreciate all your support and criticism. And of course, follow our Instagram, follow our Facebook, join our Discord channel. That's where you can keep up with us the best. And for myself, you can find me on Instagram at SterlingTXTG, and you can find me in my future podcast, PhD and BS, later on in the year. Keep an eye out for that. This has been the Combot Collective, talking some NHRL news here. Watch out for Mechanical Advantage. I think you're going to be excited by how this robot performs. We will see you next time here, and thank you so much.
This was the Combot Collective. Find us on Instagram and Discord.